Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 GMO run, where today it's Elemental Damage Day. I'm going to be playing a very glass cannon character that is stacking as much elemental damage as possible by playing the Mage, which increases its elemental damage and sets the world on fire, alongside the Apprentice that gains elemental damage every time it levels up. Now, the Apprentice normally gains all kinds of damage when it levels up, but the Mage cannot gain melee ranged or engineering damage ever. So we're 100% reliant on elemental damage with this character. We're basically playing a souped up mage, but an extreme glass cannon. So, you know, much like you might min-max a D&D character, we are min-maxing our Brotato. I will go with the Taser for the normal mage build. We could also go with something like Torch. Torch would be pretty good as well, because it gives us the primitive tag, which can offset the health loss of the Apprentice, but let's give Taser a try. And then if I die, I might try again with Torch. On the early levels, we want to try to bounce fire to the same character twice. So if I can hit this one and burn it twice, the fire does 3 damage and these guys have 4 health. So you need to hit not the enemy that you're trying to kill, have the scared sausage trigger so the snake sets it on fire twice. You need to hit something next to it twice in order to eke out one more kill. That's very difficult to do and we didn't manage it here, but that is a way that you can get additional money in the early game with the mage. I'm going to roll again. I could take 5% attack speed, but I really want to pick up luck, harvesting, or elemental damage. Then we'll pick up a taser here. Turret is very good for this character. It can spread scared sausage damage around the map, but I don't know if it's worth locking at this point. I think even though I really like both Lemonade and Turret, this class combination cares so much about hitting max HP that I'm going to leave these 2 slots open in order to roll into more important items, potentially things like Broken Mouth or something like that, because our max HP is going to be atrocious in the early game. Very happy to roll into a Taser. I could also lock this hand to get my support weapon tags online as soon as possible. Typically, when you're buying support weapons, you just want to buy them as quickly as possible to max out your harvesting as soon as you can. Since we want to max out Tasers, I could also reroll. I think I'm going to reroll and hope I can lock a Taser. We missed, but I think that was fine. Alien Worm gives me 3 max HP, which we're desperately going to need, but I think is still not correct on this character. It's just such a weak item overall. Losing consumable heals so painful. That I think we'll leave that and hope for better economy items or just more important items for this character. The snake is less important than more scared sausages would be. Oh, I didn't see that tree. That's unfortunate, because we could have really benefited from that tree. I'll just take the luck here, I think. Elemental damage we'll get just by leveling up, so I don't have to worry too much about that. And then Sharp Bullet is a great purchase. Do I want to buy the Pruner just for support weapons? I think I will roll, try to buy a Taser, because I believe I could get 2 if I roll into 2. And as it turns out, they cost 22 each this level, so we can exactly roll into 2 tasers, so that worked out well. We have 5. We would like to have a 6th locked and don't, but that's okay. We've got 2 good items locked at least. Sharp Bullet's excellent for this character, both because it means the taser damage will apply better, but also anything we get like turrets, Pocket Factory, and that kind of stuff will be easier to use and spread our fire damage across the map more readily, which is what you want with a mage, is to spread fire to every corner of the map as much as you can. Knockback with Taser is actually pretty good, so I am going to take the Boxing Glove. And then let's reroll here. We already have 23 harvesting, so I could take damage, I could take luck. I'm just going to keep buying luck here, I think. And then here, probably some attack speed. Actually, I'm going to reroll to see if I can get max HP. 6% dodge is not particularly useful when we only have 5 max HP, so I'm going to reroll again. Alright, I was hoping to find max HP, but 10 luck is pretty good as well. Buy the Taser here. Lumberjack shirt, also very good. Let's buy this, and I guess I'll buy this. Lumberjack shirt will go really well if we find Pocket Factory down the line. Of course, now I have 5 HP, so I cannot take a hit. Which is especially dangerous for elemental builds, because your damage is dealt slowly over time, so it's very difficult sometimes for you not to take a hit. We're going to very aggressively pursue buying maximum HP whenever it's possible to do so. So I really want to pick up all those materials, and then I want to kill that tree before the end of the wave. Just going to take 6 max HP here. That can keep me from dying in 1 hit. I'll take a snake and an ugly tooth. Both good items. Scared sausage, also excellent, of course. Makes our damage much more reliable. Then let's roll 1 more time. Nothing here that I want, so I'll go to the next wave. Anything that gives me max HP would be really important for this character right now. I believe we are dead in 1 hit from the chargers this wave, like the helmeted chargers. So I need to be very, very careful as to where I stand on the field. Our damage is keeping up reasonably well because, of course, we're scaling elemental damage in a lot of different ways through Mage and Apprentice. Trying to pick up as much money as I can, but we're still leaving a lot on the ground. Here I'm just taking 3 HP, and here I'm going to roll again. And 45 range, actually quite good for tasers. Range is really nice for tasers, because they have very weak basic range, and so you can increase that significantly. Buy a taser here and a landmine that can help spread fire across the map. Then roll again. Lost Duck, normally a very good item, of course, but cost me 1.3 elemental damage. Is that worth it? I think it probably still is. Our damage is okay. Or I could take Spicy Sauce. Spicy Sauce, I think, is better. I'm just going to take that. I'm going to pass on the duck and the frog and reroll. Try to hit items that we actually care about more, like those two. So now that I have 2 landmines and two landmines and Lumberjack shirt, we're very well set up for a Pocket Factory game. This Pocket Factory can spread fire across the whole map, and those will help us kill trees. I almost walked into that attack there, though. I need to be very, very careful at this stage. Our wave clear is very poor. We would really love some baby geckos, because we're really struggling to pick up materials. 8 harvesting, 3 regeneration, 2 lifesteal, all reasonable items. Lifesteal's probably better than regeneration for us. But do I just want 8 harvesting, or do I want to try to roll for HP? I'll just take the 8 harvesting, I think. Picking up another level 2 taser. And a landmine, and we'll take another snake, although that reduces my HP in a way that I don't love. 1 armor for minus 2 HP is not good for this character, so we're going to pass on that. But Toxic Sludge is excellent, and we'll lock this takeout, and then reroll 1 more time to see if I can lock something good. Nothing there, so let's go to wave 7. Really struggling to find max HP. That's the thing that we need more than anything else, of course, and that's just going to be the challenge for this character, is the Apprentice is reducing that. I know that's not, a stunning observation or anything, like our Apprentice build needs maximum HP, shocking everyone, but that's what we do have to focus on. Okay. Well, I almost died there. Let's, and luckily didn't, because I have been prioritizing some max HP, but that was pure luck. Just walking into that attack was very, very bad. Good income for this wave, I will say. Let's get attack speed, and then, I kind of need max movement speed, but I think I need to roll for max HP here. 1 more reroll. Man, we are really getting unlucky. I was really hoping to hit max HP, and I just missed it. So unfortunately, spent a lot there on not getting some stuff that we needed, but that's okay. 8% speed, 3% enemies, that's fine. I'll take 2 HP for 45. We just need it that badly. Charcoal, I think I will take as well. And then we'll roll. Spicy sauce we're going to buy. Bait, we currently have negative % damage, but bait is very dangerous with only 11 HP, so I don't think I can afford it. If I find HP in my next levels, maybe we can make that work. But I don't think I want to lock it. Yeah, our low percentage damage is also hurting me, though. Because we have very high base damage, but we're reducing it by 5% instead of increasing it at all. So that's definitely holding this character back. Also, the fact that we don't have many good ways of actually spreading the fire around. Even something as seemingly awful as an Alien Eyes would be very good. I also do want to increase my healing a little bit. We currently have none other than consumables. So there's a lot of stats we need. But of course, being at 10 HP and solving that issue is priority 1. Still making decent money, though. Let's recycle this, and I'll take 15 attack speed. We actually need that quite badly. Lucky Charm is very good here, so I'll take that. I'll take the Spicy Sauce, just any health we can get. We'll grab the Lucky Charm and roll. Coupon, sure. I mean, I keep getting Spicy Sauce, which is not the type of HP we want. It's very expensive, but I do think we just are required to buy any HP that we see. Charcoal, 1 elemental damage. Is that worth locking? It probably is. And then Adrenaline with minus 2% dodge, I just don't think is worth picking up. Trying to play on the opposite side of the arena from my landmines so that those can set things on fire before we have to actually shoot them ourselves. The incoming damage is definitely getting a little, or incoming enemies are definitely getting a little worrisome, because any damage we take is lethal, especially when we get to the elites in a couple waves. I really need to have boosted my HP out of one-shotting range, and then also found some healing, so we are in a lot of danger, I would say. Currently feel like this run is not going very well, just we're at such incredibly high danger of dying at every moment. Metal, excellent item for us. A lot of stats that we need, so that's great. And then 2 elemental damage, or do I roll for health? I'll take the damage, because we're actually falling a little behind on damage as well. And I guess I'll take % damage here. Silver Bullet can maybe help me kill elites faster, and Fairy is a very good way to heal. Even though we haven't really been building for it or anything, and we're not building for regen, this does solve our healing problems mostly. So let's just buy this whole shop and roll. Magic Barrier costs me speed, dodge, and attack speed, but of course gives me armor and elemental damage, so we definitely need that. This item is made for us. And then I will lock the Alien Worm. I think we just need more health. It does cost me consumable heal, which is unpleasant, of course, to lose, but 3 max HP and 3 regeneration, thanks to Fairy, are just too good to pass up on, I think. So now, I'm glad I took that 9 speed, even though we were rolling aggressively to not have to take it, because we took the Magic Barrier, which made us much slower. We're going to need to fix our speed. But of course, increasing our elemental damage gains is even better than that. And gaining armor, which is something we didn't have any of. Would love to see Pocket Factory or really just anything, even just a turret, any way to set fires on the opposite side of the map is what this character is really missing right now. I want to dive in and pick up all of these materials, and I think we were able to do that. I'll take the bowler hat, sure. Here, I've got 12% speed, so I'm actually okay not taking speed. I could take percent damage, or I could roll for health. I think I gotta roll for health. Let's roll again. 6 max health, perfect. And the shmoop, amazing. So this has kind of saved the run. 30 health or 31 health is still bad, but much better than where we were at before. Tyler is perfect. This is a great way to spread fires across the map, but let's go ahead and take Scared Sausage and Propeller Hat, and then lock these two, I guess. I think that will... I wanted the Propeller Hat because luck, I think, is going to be more important than these two for Wave 11. But maybe I could have saved buying the Scared Sausage because we don't really have a way to apply it yet. But if we can get to even just 40 HP before we have to fight an elite, I feel much more confident, although not so confident that I should be running into enemies like that. I will say also all of our landmines spawning in the same place is very unlucky when we're just using them to set fires. We got 3 landmines spawning on top of each other, so they did almost nothing this wave. Only gaining 2 HP back from consumables, but we have Fairy giving us a decent amount of regeneration, and the Alien Worm does also increase our regeneration a bit as well. Damage, regen, or roll for health. I think let's go with percent damage. With only 4% damage, 12% is such a huge boost for this character. Here, I can take the cake and the shmoop and the silver bullet, and then, okay, we can still afford Tyler. That's good. We'll take Taser, of course, and another landmines, also good. Scar, it's a little bit too late, so I don't think we're that interested in the Scar. With 12% speed, 39 HP, 21 regeneration, and 7 armor, I feel like we are still in a lot of danger, depending on what elite we get, but we'll just have to see. With 2 silver bullets, though, elemental damage builds normally cannot kill elites. They're very bad at it, but this build should actually be able to do enough damage to the elite to kill it. It looks like we are, as long as I can focus it down. And this is actually a very good elite for us to have rolled. This one doesn't chase you, so all you have to do is dodge all of its projectiles, but that's much easier than one of the elites that chases you down and charges you. So we did get fortunate there. I want to play on the opposite side of the map from the Tyler, because the Tyler's going to set things on fire for us. And can help a lot with our wave clear as a result. Though I do want to occasionally check if there's trees or something that I should be picking up over on that side. We also have managed to find no economy items. I guess we just passed the star very late. Tractor is still definitely worth taking here. It does cost me 8% damage, which is valuable, but I mean, increasing our harvesting by 40 this early is great. Grind's Magical Leaf, also amazing. This will offset the Apprentice penalty and give us a whole bunch of stats that we need. So as long as we can make it another couple levels, I think we're in good shape. I'll take 10% attack speed. Our attack speed's only 7%. And then, look at this bounty of tasers. We will take this one, and yeah, I guess we're just buying all of them. Buy the landmine as well, roll. Adrenaline, we still are at minus 12% dodge, so we're just not going to take that. Let's roll one more time. Small magazine for some attack speed. Minus 6% damage for 10% attack speed is worth considering for this character, but I don't think it's worth spending 150 for. Of course, boiling water, even though it costs me HP, also gives me regeneration and more elemental damage, so we'll take that. I think when you're playing an Apprentice build that's not using primitive weapons, it's very important to invest in luck, because you want to have decently leveled up HP options from your levels. Like, you want to find the +6s or the +9s as much as you can. A lot of characters will get most of their HP from level ups, both from the +1 that you get every time you level, and from actually selecting health from your level up screen. The Apprentice is going to get almost all of it from the level up screen, so you really do want to be very aggressive about buying luck on the Apprentice so that your level ups are as good as possible and you can mitigate the HP penalty that way. I had to do some fancy dodging there at the end. Metal, amazing, of course, and then let's take the 12% damage. And yeah, I'll take 20 luck. 20 luck is very good here. I'll take a coupon. I don't really need blindfold or black belt, but let's roll. We'll take a gentle alien, of course. And now do I want lost duck, or did I already buy one? I didn't. So this does cost me a little damage, but gives me luck and 1 regeneration. I think it's worth it. Cyberball. This is not a terrible way to deal damage. We have 110 luck, and we're kind of spreading damage all over the map anyways. So let's buy the Cyberball. We're going to skip Tentacle. We have -11% crit chance. Baby with a Beard is a great way to set fires, even though it doesn't... it's not going to scale with our range damage, and we can never increase our range damage. Nuclear Launcher, of course, is great for this character, but I think I'm going to pass on the Nuclear Launcher, just because I really want to play this with tasers only, because I think it'll just be more fun to see if we can win it just using the default weapons, rather than rolling into flamethrowers or tasers, stuff that you would normally look for, or nuke launchers, stuff you'd normally look for with Mage. Just seems like that'll be more fun for me. This is one of the harder elites that we could have found. Whoops. I immediately demonstrate that by just standing still and getting hit by it. Because this one will charge at us and is hard to dodge, especially when you have relatively low move speed like we do. So it's good for us that we didn't get this elite on wave 12. I think that would have maybe ended the run right there. So now that we have the Tyler and the Baby with a Beard, we're much better, and more Scared Sausages and Snakes, of course. We're much better at spreading fires than we were before. So you can see, even on the other side of the map, everything is catching fire and then ticking out. Baby Geckos and Sif's Relics would be really nice for that reason, but can't have everything. Jetpack. So we have 15% speed. We can't use the dodge. I think I actually recycle the jetpack here. It's not what I want to do, but -5 max HP is so painful, and the dodge is useless to us, so I think we're going to recycle it. Let's upgrade our tasers some more here. Metal detector at this stage is not bad for the Cyberball. Doesn't give me any engineering, of course, and might eventually pay for itself. I think we will pass on it, though. I think it's just too expensive for what we get out of it. Metal, of course, great. And then Rip and Tear. Also kind of interesting for this character, because the explosions can themselves trigger Scared Sausage burning damage. So that's another way to spread fires around. But the explosion radius on Rip and Tear is so small that I don't think you're likely to get much value out of it. Let's upgrade to all level 3 tasers, and then roll again. And sure, we'll lock 2 more of these. Ritual I'm also going to lock. Lifesteal is decent for us because we've got Grind's Magical Leaf, so we'll get to like 7 or 8% lifesteal by the end of the game, and then 6% damage is very good, just because our percent damage is so low. One thing that is very satisfying about playing this character is watching a group of enemies set fire across the other side of the map, and they just like appear and then they all disappear in one tick. Just very funny. Because our burn damage is so high. And with 2 snakes, we burn large groups of enemies all at once, of course. Still looking for more trees, anything that can increase my wave clear a little bit. Effective steroids, great. Let's pick that up. And then I'll take some attack speed because our attack speed is bad. Elemental damage, or do I roll for a more important stat? I'm just going to take 3 elemental damage. Right now, I think things are... We just need more damage, because our wave clear is good, but it definitely could be better. Let's buy all of these things. Pocket Factory, we have already talked about how we want that at some length, so happy to see it. And then Ritual and Pocket Factory, and then we'll roll. Cyclops Worm, amazing for this character. Even though I did say, you know, range is pretty good for tasers, 12% damage when we only have 36 is very good. 8 elemental damage, but we cap at 52 HP. I think I will pass on the handcuffs. I guess I passed shackles because I was thinking we can't use the engineering. And I didn't really want to cap my speed at like 10 or whatever it was, but that might have still been good, just because the range on tasers is actually quite valuable. One of the few weapons where I care about range. Because when we're trying to set these fires, we want to do it at as far a range as possible so enemies actually die before they get to us. Like with most weapons, range doesn't matter because the enemies just come to you anyways, so you'll still just kill them. It will be just as fast, but with the tasers, range is actually good for defending you. Since usually you need to hit the enemy and have the burn damage tick once before they die. Great, another scared sausage, and now we've got all 4. That's perfect. I'll definitely take a turret. Small magazine, I would lose 6% damage for 10% attack speed. I think we will pass. Here's another nuke launcher. Improved tools is very good for us as well, because we have like the whole Pocket Factory thing. So, do we want to swap to nuke launchers? I think I'm still just going to stick with the tasers. I think they've got us this far, so we're going to stay loyal to them. If I sold this one, I still couldn't afford the level 4. I thought I'd be able to buy the improved tools and the level 4. But I can't. So let's just re-roll, and then this is great. We can buy a move, actually. Mutation, go down to 15% speed for 1 elemental damage. I think that's actually worth it right now. Or go down to 12% speed. Because I just want to kill this elite as quickly as I can, basically. Another elite that's not too bad to fight. Basically, on elemental damage builds, what you're worried about fighting in terms of elites is the ones that chase you down. This one that just hovers at perfect tasering range is not that dangerous. I will say also, the boxing glove, doing a lot of work here. You can see that combined with the taser effect and the ugly tooth effect, the boxing glove is actually really slowing down and pushing back enemies, and that has been a big help in terms of staying alive, especially in the earlier waves when we had less HP. So glad I picked that up. Definitely was worth the 6 materials I gave up for it. We only have 1 different weapon, but I don't really care about losing dodge or harvesting, so the spider's still good for us. And then here, I will take the small magazine. This is what I was talking about. Small magazine can still be good even if you aren't a ranged damage build, because sometimes attack speed's just worth it. I'll take 2 elemental damage here, and then we can upgrade, combine, upgrade, and roll. The Flabort is going to give us additional elemental damage, and yeah, I think Energy Bracelet's worth buying, even though it doesn't give us any crit chance. Lucky Charm, I think I will pass on, actually. It's getting late enough that I don't think we need it. What I like about these elemental builds is that you really have to evaluate your purchases very differently. And then, of course, Apprentice has its own weird rule set because you need to desperately scrounge for any max health that you can find. So we've ended up buying a lot of items like spicy sauce that normally I avoid very carefully. And then also you get to buy weird things, like we bought Baby with a Beard even though we have 0 ranged damage. We bought all these engineering items even though we can't use engineering at all. I like the way that the game plays and your evaluation is different based on these in these builds. Yeah, I'll take both of these, that's fine. And then 3 armor, we've got 12, but that is a good way to survive, or 12% speed. I think I'm just going to take the speed. Then we'll buy this and this. Pumpkin, we don't really care about increasing our piercing damage. It's good, because we do have piercing, and our piercing damage is obviously heavily reduced, but the pierce damage from the actual tasers themselves isn't a huge component of our damage output. I will buy this one. Alloy is 3 elemental damage. Doesn't really have a cost, because we're not using dodge anyways, but isn't something that I care about that much, I think. I'll buy the missile. Do I want 3 elemental damage? We can't use the crit chance. 242. It's probably worth buying. I'm mostly buying that also because we're going into wave 20, so I'm really just going to be looking for anything that can help, rather than rolling for specific things. I tend to lower my standards a little when we're going into wave 20 for items, because we just want anything that gives us stats so that we can overcome the bosses. I guess also buying the boxing glove was worth the 6 materials, because it also just gave me 1 regen, because we did find Fairy. Whenever you find Fairy, it's worth it to have picked up those random level 1 items, because you would definitely pay 6 for 1 regeneration, of course. The one thing we never found in this build is any way to pick up materials across the map from us, so we're leaving so many on the ground. We'll take that. I'll just take 4 regeneration. We can heal up a little faster. We'll buy this and this, and then roll. Padding. I could just buy padding, but I think I would rather have the speed. Because we went down to 11% speed because I bought the Flabort, which reduces it by 20. So let's roll here. Do I just want more Pierce? I don't think we care that much about Pierce, because we already have some, and we really just need enough to set things on fire. I don't want to reduce it too much. So let's roll again. Power Generator gives me plus 6% damage. Spicy Sauce is just some HP. I think of those 2 things, I care more about the health. So I'll buy the health and the compass for the speed, rather than the percent damage, just so that we are a little bit further from just dying. I will say I was really hoping we'd find more than just the 1 magic barrier, because I think if you can stack those in multiples, they're really fun. Or really powerful, and I was interested to play a build that could really make those work really well. But even just the 1 that we found has been huge for this build. So very good item if you're going for any kind of elemental damage build. Alright, well that was really fun. I enjoyed setting everything on fire, even at very, very low HP. So we played the ultimate glass cannon mage with the Apprentice. Let's take a quick look at our economy items and just overall items. 52,000 damage from the scared sausages, so obviously a ridiculous amount of damage. I suspect also that this number is not quite accurate, because I think sometimes it counts as coming from the weapon and not from the scared sausage. We did, let's see, 429 saved with the coupons. Actually did not get many economy items this run, so we ended up just making all of our money off of the harvesting from the support weapons, and of course from killing things. Grind's Magical Leaf was an amazing find that early, though, and that definitely carried the run. We would have a lot less HP if we hadn't found this. Alright, my friends, hope that you have enjoyed this flaming hot Brotato run, and of course, as always, if you have, feel free to leave a comment and like the video. Both of those things help me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do so. And I will catch you next time for some more Brotato action. Cheers, folks. GG.